How you all doing? This is Nathaniel Swopes of Swope Said It. And the video you just watched were two coaches one from Baltimore City College, the other from Baltimore Polytech. These are two rival high schools in Baltimore, Maryland. The coaches got into a fight. Several players got into a fight after seeing their coaches into a fight. After this melee, both teams were suspended from the state playoffs. This is a very unfortunate event. Both schools have a key rivalry game each and every year. They were two of the top teams in the city of Baltimore. It's been billed as one of the fiercest high school football rivalries in the nation. Here in Chicago, we have a rivalry in basketball very similar. That's one of the top rivalries in the nation. We have Simeon High School. A lot of you all know from Derrick Rose went there. Then we have Morgan Park. It's called the Battle on Vincennes. Both schools are on Vincennes. One around 85th in Vincennes, and the other school is only off 111th in Vincennes. So they're only separated by about 25 blocks. And we actually had an incident where the two teams played at Chicago State University because of so many fans wanted to come to the game. And after the game, somebody was shot and killed. Actually, it was a high school student. So we seen, I never heard of the coaches fighting from Simeon and Morgan Park, but we see these two coaches fighting from both of the high schools in Baltimore. And, how do we get our coaches to be better leaders? We can't have emotional men leading emotional kids. And, we always hear about how men need to better themselves and not be so emotional, and they have to learn how to deal with conflict. In the O'Shea Duke Jackson video about the takeoff death when he was shot after a situation where Quavo got into an argument, is how do we have conflict resolution? We don't all, even if we don't like each other, how do we get conflict resolution to where we're not fighting and where we're not causing kids to lose out on opportunities? Or how can we have conflict resolution where we can argue and not get along and then walk away, and then also control the team enough so they're not fighting? Because if you run out as a coach, if you run out to the field to fight, the players are going to be right behind you. It's going to be a few players that try to hold you back, but most of the team is just waiting for an opportunity to go fight the other team. It's kind of like, a gang versus gang type of deal. And even I had to learn as a coach to not be so emotional and to calm down as far as getting texts when I coached basketball. And even when I was coaching and a fight broke out, I ran out to try to break up the fight. But once I ran, my players ran, and they didn't run to break up the fight. They ran to go to fight. So you have to decide, as a coach, what's the best things to do to control your team. And again, we can't have emotional men leading emotional young men. Somebody has to have a better head and being able to walk away and learn there are bigger things ahead. Even if you lost this game, look, we got state playoffs coming up. And look, we just gonna walk away, and I'll talk to you more about it later, or I'll email the administrator if you have something more to say to me. But this is a really unfortunate event that these kids work so hard each and every year. They work so hard for this season. They work so hard to play in this rivalry game to get bragging rights, and all just to lose the opportunity to play in the state playoffs. And it's only a big rivalry because these are two of the top teams in the city. So this means that these teams usually are good enough to compete for a state championship. And it is very hard to win a state championship. And this may be your year, but you lose it because you fought. We as men, we can't act like women and throw the baby out with the bathwater and then try to deal with the consequences later. We have to think ahead, and we have to understand, even in that heated moment, that there are bigger things ahead, and we need to, calm down. So each and every day, even as a man myself, I'm working on trying not to be so emotional, trying to think more and trying to calm down and walk away from situations. So please, guys, let me know what you all think about this situation, and you all have a great day.